Welcome to the deep dive. We've got this really dense body of work you sent us focusing on a framework called TIDE. That's trauma, imprisonment, distraction, and escape. Our goal today is basically to give you the rundown, the shortcut through this material because it really challenges almost everything we think about self and belief.
It's definitely intense. The sources kick off with a pretty radical idea. They basically dismiss concepts like God, the soul, spirit.
The big ones.
Exactly. Arguing they're just, terms for how the mind works or maybe ideas that have power, but not necessarily truth. The bottom line is stark.
Yeah.
Nothing anyone said about God is actually true, according to this.
Wow. Okay. That's more than intense. If it strips away all that, what's left? What's the starting point?
The starting point is, a kind of brutal self-assessment. It begins with trauma. It describes our baseline state not as happy or even neutral, but as essentially dead by the time we're 12 or 13.
Not literally dead, I assume.
No. Emotionally dead, calcified. It's like we exist in this state of shocked self-loathing, driven by this deep terror we haven't dealt with. And it mostly looks like numbness, indifference.
And that shock, that numbness leads right into imprisonment.
Precisely. The sources argue life itself is infinite, but we choose to box it in, confine it. And what keeps us in that box?
What does?
It's called a false identity construct. Think of it as the collection of roles, the worldview we adopt, usually from society. I'm a winner, I'm a victim, I'm the smart one.
The masks we wear.
Kind of, yeah. We use this construct to project this pale imitation of glamour, really. And that act is exactly what cuts us off from the power of the immediate moment, the now.
And there's a core driver behind maintaining this prison, right? Something about failure.
Yes, the absolute fear of failure. It pushes us to succeed, but often at things we don't even really want to do. It's paradoxical.
So striving for success could just be fear in disguise.
According to this framework, essentially, yes. It fuels what's called the carnival of egomania, whether you're trying to be the biggest adventurer or the most tragic figure.
Or even the lowest of the low, it mentions.
Right. It's all the same mechanism using a story about yourself to feel special, to counteract that underlying self-loathing.
Okay, so if the prison is built on lies and fear, what about trying to feel better? Quick fixes. That must be distraction.
Exactly. And distraction is key because it shows why those quick fixes fail. Wistful thinking, chasing emotional highs, a new car, a fleeting romance, even some spiritual retreats.
Temporary relief.
Temporary elevation, they call it. But it offers no cure. Zero. Because it never touches the root problem, that false identity.
No.
Just more layers of pretending.
So that leaves escape. And it seems deceptively simple, just 2 steps.
Deceptively simple, yes.
Yeah.
First, get rid of the false identities. All of them. Second, stop presenting a false version of yourself.
Stop lying. To ourselves, mostly.
That's the absolute core of it. Stop the internal and external lying.
Which connects to how we use our skills. The sources are blunt here. Our intelligence, our abilities, they're worthless unless applied.
Completely. Their only value is in application. If you don't like your situation, you must act. You must move. And crucially, don't resent the effort it takes. Thinking about moving isn't moving.
It demands self-sufficiency then. You're your own judge.
Entirely. Judge for yourself, nothing for anyone else. And truth, if that's what you're after, isn't some elite secret. It's simple, direct, available to everyone. Depth comes from clarity, not complexity.
So what does this application, this escape, look like day to day? The text gives these interesting examples. Shining outwards in a pub, moving differently in a crowd.
Yeah, those specific examples like in Chichester or Brighton, they aren't about the place. They're about transcending the numbness of your everyday restrictions, finding that clarity, that power, even on your commute or, going to the shops. Annul the numbness wherever you are.
So forget chasing some perfect objective reality.
Exactly. The sources are clear. Objective reality might be out there, but we'll never experience it directly. Real liberation, real power, comes from staying grounded in your subjective reality, finding the force in the immediate experience of now.
And acting from that place?
That's the escape, acting from that clarity right here, right now.